What it is, what it do. It's your boy. You already know what it is. You already know what type of time I'm on. Let me know what it's looking like, what it's sounding like. All right. Let me know if you can see the picture clearly. Let me know if you can hear the audio crisply. Crispy. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Let me know in the chat right now. Give me the thumbs up, man. If we sound good, if we look good. Pause. And yeah, we're gonna take it from there because my. That we got some things we have got to address today. And y'all know what it is, man. I'm still in the hood with him in the car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Front seat, front row. You know, watching everything, staying observant, staying vigilant. You should know that. Let me know what it's looking like. Let me know what it's sounding like, man. We good. Make sure we hit them thumbs up in the chat. Let me know we look good. We sound good. Make sure you hit them likes on y'all way in. And hopefully y'all ready to discuss some real topics, man, and some real things. Hopefully y'all ready to put y'all feelings to the side, right? And put your pride to the side and your ego to the side and your bias to the side and have these honest conversations at the front of the congregation. Because that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy, man. I'm not the spread the positivity type of person. Okay? With that being said, well. The Raiders done did what they did, huh? The Raiders done went out there and shocked a couple people now. And we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to let some people get up in here. We had 90 people already. We got 28 likes. Come on, man. You got to hit them likes, man. Yeah, listen. You know my nickname is Algorithm Honch, okay? My nickname is Algorithm Honch, all right? So don't mess up the algorithm. Make sure you give me them likes so I can be up on your notifications and all up on your screens, you know what I'm saying? So make sure we hit them likes on the way in. All right, it don't be coming up here Monday morning, victory morning, all cheap and shit neither, man. All right, and if you got a question that is more than 2 lines, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't be sending no paragraphs. Nostra Honcho, nah, it's Honcho Damas. It's Honcho Damas. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Hell of a win. Hell yeah, man. We take the wins any way we can. And you know what? You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about the games is like, I usually don't tweet in the games about what the Raiders should do and what they need to do with personnel and coaches and stuff like that. I'll just make a comment about the shit going the way I thought it was going to go. And then the Raiders win. And then everybody's attacking me. Like, what do you got to say now? Like, what I got to say now is the same thing I had to say before. We're going to win 7 or 8 games. I don't understand why I get personally attacked for just saying that I think the Raiders are a 7-8 win team. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So we're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about the things that I saw that were positive. We're going to talk about the things that I saw that was hella negative. We're going to talk about what I think it's going to look like going forward. And then we got to talk about some of these crybaby ass people on YouTube. Damn. Come on, man. Come on. You think we get 10 wins? You wouldn't be saying that if we lost. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be saying if we lost. Yeah, I don't like watching Devontae Adams drop easy passes. Make sure we hit them likes, man. We had 142. We got 59 likes. Like, come on, man. If we don't get the triple digits likes in like the next 90 seconds, all right, this is going to be the shortest live I ever did. I knew we could win, didn't know how, but we deserved that W. Yo, Lewis, you're not wrong. I just think that whenever you get and I think it's because it's the coach, like me being a coach. Like if I win a game on Saturday at 8 o'clock, the game ends and we win by 8:24 Saturday night. That means 24 minutes removed from us winning. I'm already thinking about all the things we messed up on and all the things we have to do going forward, or the win. Like, the win is over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's over. It's on to the next one. You know what I mean? So, when you talk about the Raiders winning yesterday, like, yeah. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that I saw that give me trepidation to think that the Raiders are going to win 10 games and possibly sneak into the playoffs. That doesn't mean it can't be done. right? Like, I'm not sitting here saying it's impossible for the Raiders to win 10 games this year. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I haven't seen enough from the offensive side of the ball to think that that can happen, because at some point you're going to have to really throw yourself back into a game if you get behind. And yesterday was kind of one of those, all right, let's break this down, okay? The Ravens are similar to the Raiders in terms of, like, you could argue the Raiders have better offensive weapons than the Ravens, right? Like, the Raiders have Devontae, the Raiders have Bowers, the Raiders have Jacoby, the Raiders have Myers. Like you could argue that the Raiders have better offensive players than the Ravens outside of Lamar Jackson, right? So the Raiders and Ravens are similar in the sense to me that I don't really believe Lamar Jackson can necessarily throw his team back into a game. Like if they get down a score, they get down double digits, I don't know if I trust like Lamar Jackson can make the throws to win a game consistently. Like, he's done it before and he can do it. I just don't think he can do it consistently. And the Raiders to me are like that in the sense where if we get behind, I don't know if Gardner Minshew can throw us back into a game unless it's against a team that has the same issue. Like, you know what I mean? So Gardner Minshew made a lot of good throws yesterday. He made a lot of good plays yesterday. But if that was the Chiefs and you take that long to score points, the Chiefs can throw the ball, right? So they can do what they got to do. You saw what happened with the Chargers. Like, when you get a quarterback that can throw teams back into games, then, you know, the balance is a little off. Yesterday, I felt like if the Raiders got a lead at any point in that game, they would win, because the way the defense was playing, I didn't believe Lamar Jackson could really, there was not much he can do. Like, I thought the game plan for the Raiders would be Lamar Jackson just run the ball. I don't know why they're trying to make him a pocket passer. Like, he can do it, but teams are preparing for him to run the ball. And it's almost like me, like, as a defensive coordinator, I'm always trying to take away your plan A. If you beat me with your plan B, then, you know, hats off to you. But I'm going to take away plan A. The Ravens' plan A should have been Lamar Jackson running the ball, right? The Raiders didn't take that away. The Ravens just decided not to even come into the game with a plan A. They played the whole game in plan B. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Justin Herbert threw them back into the game. I'm just saying that the Chargers is more of a team to me that if they get down, they have a quarterback that can make the throws to get them back into a game. Like, I didn't believe the Ravens could do that. I think if we went up 3 points and you put that defense on the field, I didn't think there was much that Lamar Jackson could do. Big Lil Bosco, appreciate the Superman Honcho. I know this isn't your department, but is the running issues, is it chemistry, system, or personnel? Now, I wouldn't say this is not my department now. Come on now. I played quarterback, you know what I'm saying, back in my heyday, and I played a little running back. But I told you this in my first live last week. I said, to me, when you get an offensive line, you have to be good at one thing or the other. Like, you can't be bad at both, right? You can't be bad at run blocking and pass blocking. That most teams have something they're better at, and I think for the Raiders, it's a little bit of everything, right? I don't think it's chemistry as much as it is with scheme and just communication. I think the average fan doesn't realize how much communication goes into the offensive line being able to make their blocks and who they're gonna pick up. Like, let's say we come to the line of scrimmage and I have a play call. Let's say I got an outside zone play, right? If I come to the line and have an outside zone play and they have a 3-man front, well, I'm going to block that different than if I come to the line and have a 4-man front. Then I'm going to block that different if I come to the line and they have a 5-man front. Then I got to block it a little different if they have a 3-man front, but then they walk 2 backers into the A-gaps. So I can only call the play. How they line up against us determines how we got to communicate to make sure we get the protections right and make sure we get the blocking scheme right. So to me, I think it's not chemistry. I think it's more of just communication and scheme that they have to get used to. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a little while for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a little while because all it takes is one guy on the offensive line to go left when he should have kick step right, and then the whole play is ruined and it looks like the whole line sucks. And it was really just one miscommunication on the offensive line. So that's a great question. I appreciate the super, and I appreciate those kind of questions that make me have to dig into my actual football IQ and intellect. But yeah, that's really what it is. I think the more they play, the better they'll get at it. I also think Zeus is not that great of a runner because he's not fast to the gaps. He's really strong, but he's not fast to the gaps. You know what I mean? So even if there was a sliver of hope, I think like Josh Jacobs probably gets through there. But obviously Zeus doesn't have that kind of quickness. Like Zeus might be fast, like long speed. He's not as quick as Jacobs. Jacobs was like super quick and didn't have the long speed. You know what I mean? So Jacobs actually got to the second level really fast, where Zeus seems like he's having a hard time even just getting to the line of scrimmage. Zamir is not a zone runner. He doesn't have the vision. He's a downhill one cut. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but you can coach somebody how to run zone and kind of play the cutbacks and just watch the flow of the defense go one way, manipulate it, and cut back. I always tell my running backs, I coached running backs for a few years. I always tell my running backs, let that shit marinate. So zones is kind of I like that the most because like I can get the ball and there's not an actual hole I have to go to. This is not 41, 42 ISO, 44 Bob or anything like that. This is more like I'm going to give you the ball going right. It's up to you to find kind of the lanes of where you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, as far as the offensive line, I think it's just more of communication and just time on task. You know what I mean? I think the more they play together, the more they see the different kind of looks and make the correct checks, I think they'll be okay. Pass blocking seems to be a little better, because any pass blocking is good if the quarterback can get the ball out quick. Secondly, if you got a quarterback that's a little mobile, like he helps the offensive line because like, he can kind of manipulate the pocket and move a little bit. So I think the Raiders passed the ball a little better yesterday, because you got one of the best receivers in the NFL, Devontae Adams. You got you got one of the top tight ends in the NFL with Brock Bowers. Like, he might be the guy at tight end. I know it's early, but he looks really freaking good. And you got a quarterback that's mobile. Like, you can extend the plays and find openings. I mean, a team like Baltimore, they're going to put 8 guys in the box and try to pressure the quarterback. Well, if they don't get home, you're going to have people open. That's the point blank period. You're going to have people open. You know what I'm saying? So when you play against teams that are going to put that kind of pressure on you, if they don't get home, you're going to have people open. Now, my fear is that when you play a team that shows a lot of pressure and then doesn't play any pressure, they kind of just drop back 8 underneath, and now you have to pick the windows. I don't know if Gardner Minshew is going to be as good as that or at that. You know what I'm saying? When you play a team that can disguise stuff really well, I mean, if you look at the Saints defense, or even I know the Dallas defense got cooked yesterday, but when you talk about Zimmer and his schemes, like, they show a lot of pressure, might not bring pressure. They might not show any pressure and bring pressure. Like, I think Baltimore is really a one-dimensional team. They're going to bring pressure. They're going to play a lot of zero. They're going to play a lot of one across the board. And it's easy to make your pre-snap reads. It's just a matter of the line holding up long enough for you to get to those reads. When you play a team that has more of a zone scheme, a la even if you take our defensive coordinator, right? If you take the way we run our defense, we run a lot of zone schemes. Like, yeah, we'll play man to man, but we do a lot of stuff that looks like man, and then we end up dropping off and playing zone. That's going to make it harder for Gardner to make the pre-snap reads, and I think that's going to make post-snap a little harder for him. But against Baltimore, you'll get away with that if you can just get to the reads fast enough. You don't think Honcho doesn't know that Doom? What he say? What Doom said? What Doom said? I ain't see it. Let me get in this chat real quick. Disagree, Doom. Fundamentals start in high school. Basics and foundations are needed. What you trying to say? Yo, Rook, what's good, my boy? Rook, what's good with it, son? I know you out there. I know you out there making movies and shit with all the A-list artists in the game right now, man. I see you out there moving. I see us going 3-1 in the next 2 games, Panthers and Browns. What do you think? I mean, listen, if we don't beat the damn Panthers, I'm done. I'm done. If we can't beat the Panthers, I'm done. I think the high school team, our coach, could stop the Panthers. I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. They need to go to an expansion league or something. They not an NFL team right now. They really not an NFL team. Actually, I see 5-1. Goddamn. 5-1. What? 5-1? How y'all jump from we're going to win 3 games to 5-1? Let's just take it one game at a time, all right? Let's take it one game at a time. All right? Let's take it one game at a time. Honcho, thoughts on the screenplays? I mean, I'm not mad at the screenplays because when you play a team that blitzes a lot, You're going to catch them in screens. Like, if you want to be super aggressive and get upfield and get 4 yards deep into the backfield, then yeah, I'm going to throw screens. I just think the Raiders should do a better job at scheming it and making it look different or run it with different people. But, I mean, you watched the Saints game yesterday. I mean, Alvin Kamara scored on like a 60-yard pass. That was a screen. He threw, the pass was 1 yard, and he ran the rest of it because they're playing cover zero and they're bringing the house. So screens kind of help you, and it can kind of keep the defense, can keep them honest to where they just can't pin their ears back and blitz every play. As a defensive coordinator, one thing I hate is playing a team that runs screens. I hate it. But our screens seem to be a little predictable. You can tell what's going on really, really easy. So I would say the scheme needs to be a little cleaner. Got to those screens to supplement the run game because we couldn't traditionally run it. Yeah, we couldn't run the ball. Our running game is really bad right now. It's really bad. But the running game, I think you can get better at that. I honestly think you can get better as the season goes on. And you just learn. You got to just learn what teams are trying to do to you. I think early in the season, there's not a lot of tape. Right? So if I'm playing my first or second game of the season, I'm an offensive lineman, there's not a lot of tape on what this defensive line is going to try to bring to the table versus what we run on offense, right? Longer the season goes, your opponents have more film, more tape. You can see a little more tendencies and say, like, okay, when we run this, they like to come this way so we can block it a certain style, right? So I think that the O-line will improve. Like, the O-line will improve drastically from now to the end of the season. That's without a doubt. Someone kick out with that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm bad at pronouncing. I can't read well, guys. I don't read well. I don't read well. I see words and I start freestyling on what that shit might say. Especially on the phone, man. The words are so damn small. Man, I'm old, man. I'm old. I just don't look old, but I'm old as hell. My eyes have seen a lot. Would have won by 10 if it weren't for all those junky screens. Now, you can't say that. You can't say that because running the screens may have set up the way the Baltimore Ravens defended us in the second half. Right? So you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Like, it's like the butterfly effect. You change one thing, you change the outcome of every other thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know. Diablo. Oh, Lord have mercy. Diablo. I think what Diablo's problem is, I think he be in the locker room putting mad Vaseline all over his arms and shit. Because when he go to make a tackle, he slide off everybody. I don't get it. I do not get how he cannot wrap up and make a tackle. I just don't get it. We have to have somebody better on the roster. He cannot wrap up and make a tackle. And he's fast. That's what I don't understand. Is like, I think he's a former safety. So, like, I don't know why he can't track near hip and just make a tackle. I don't understand it. Unknown Raider guy said he's proud of the team. I'm proud of the team too, man. They gritty as hell. You know who I'm proud of? I'm proud of, fuck that. I'm not proud. I'm proud, man. Them motherfuckers is pros. They get paid a lot of money. I'm not proud. I am happy with what I saw, though. I don't think I would say proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that type of emotion tied to it. I'm happy that they got it done. I'm happy for AP for getting it done in one of those type of games. You got to win those kind of games because there is, and let's segue into this because we got to talk about this. Listen, first and foremost, I'm from New Jersey, okay? I'm from New Jersey. Born and raised in New Jersey. I spent some time in Florida. I spent some time in PA for school purposes. But I am from New Jersey. That means that by nature, I am super confrontational. Not in a way where it's like I want to fight everybody. It's just that my opinion is like I want to just tell you exactly how I feel, right? And that can be confrontational for people. So before I say what I'm about to say, understand that's my perspective. That's where I'm coming from, okay? I have respect and admiration for everybody who does content creation. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I got respect for everybody. But good Lord have mercy, are some of these content creators crybaby ass boys. Crying the whole damn game, crying. I don't know how y'all do it, man. And when I say y'all, I mean the people in the chat. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you do it. I wake up every morning and I can't wait to have an argument. I love arguments. I don't have to dislike somebody to argue with them. I don't. I like arguments. I feel like you learn a lot through an argument. Now, there has to be some respect in between the two parties when it comes to arguing. There's a certain skill. There's a certain skill to be able to argue respectfully. I can argue. Okay, every time I argue with somebody, you should have been a lawyer. No, because I'm not going to school for that damn long. Okay, it would never happen. All right, but listen, I don't know how y'all be in the chat can watch some of these folks. Watch some of these folks continue to cry the whole game about we need to get rid of this person. We need to get rid of that person. This person sucks. This offense is this. This guy is that. And then when we win, have to also watch that same person celebrate the shit. Oh, Lord. Listen, y'all are better than me. I'm going to tell you right now, chat, y'all are better than me. Y'all are better than me. Because if I was watching the game with my brother right now, who I love my brothers. Look, me and my brothers are tight. We cool. And he was telling me that this guy needs to be fired. And then when we win the game, it is in my right to be like, you was wrong. Shut your ass up. You ain't know what you was talking about. That doesn't mean I love my brother any less. Doesn't mean I don't like him. But I have a right to say that because he publicly made the comment about this, and that. And this ain't one person. This ain't even limited to content creators. This is like what I see on Twitter. When I'm watching the game, all I do is go on Twitter and I just watch people complain and cry over the shit that we tried to tell y'all was going to happen. The whole game. The whole game. We got to bench Gardner Minshew. And then after the game, I got to hear the same people tell me, Gardner Minshew got it done. Well, maybe you should have shut the hell up and let the professionals be professionals and you be the fan and watch the damn game. Now, you can have your opinions. I'm not telling nobody they can't have no opinions. I'm not telling you can't have your opinions. But you got to stand on business at some points because what are the opinions based on? Right? If the opinions are not based on anything but how you feel, that means it's just going to change every time the outcome changes. The outcome doesn't change my mind. My feelings are Gardner Minshew is not good enough to win us a Super Bowl. Period. End of discussion. That's my opinion. I could be totally wrong about that. I could be totally wrong about that. All right? But I'm going to stand on that because my opinions are based on something that has nothing to do with my feelings. It has everything to do with what I see and how I think the game is played, right? So all I'm saying is, I don't know why we have to get so up in arms every time the Raiders play and like, oh, this guy doesn't complete a pass. This guy drops a pass. This guy is this. Like, we're so quick to throw people in the trash, but then don't realize that when we win, we have to praise those same people. I don't know, man. That shit be like getting to me sometimes. I said Derek Carr was Derek Carr. I stood on that shit for how many years? Derek Carr is gone. I still stand on that shit because my opinion was not based on how I felt about the individual person. Right? Last year I told y'all, or the year before I told y'all, Josh McDaniels had to prove himself as a head coach. Didn't do it. Right? Said Derek Carr was good enough to do this. He needed a better defense. Didn't get one. We got rid of Derek Carr. Garoppolo was supposed to be the truth. I told you Garoppolo was going to be ass. Right? What the dude we had before, I can't remember his name, the pretty boy. I forget what we had after Garoppolo when they got rid of Carr. No, before Garoppolo when we got rid of Carr. I can't remember his name. Stidham. Right? They thought Stidham could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only issue, I don't have issue with any people. Any people. I just have issues with the perspective in which the people choose to use when you're in a position to be intelligent. That's my problem. That's my problem. And because I don't see anybody, we can't argue in person. Like, so I would just argue with you in person. So now I'll say this on my live and people will clip it and people will send it to me. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about everybody. I think somebody getting their car stole. I'm not the police, so I'm not going to do nothing to say anything. But yeah, I think that's the only issue I have with like the where we are as an industry when it comes to content creation. Is like we care about the content so much that we'll say anything for content. And then don't realize that it makes us look, to me, I don't know, it just makes me feel like if I had to change my opinion every day of something, then I just feel like, why would anybody take my opinion serious? You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. No. And I ain't talking about Graphic. We already know Graphic's emotional. He get a pass from me. Graphic's emotional, man. You know what I mean? Graphic will cuss you out. And the minute he say the last cuss word, will give you a hug and be like, yo, let me know when you get home safe. That's Graphic. That's Graphic. And I don't got no problem with that. I don't got no problem with that. Because you know why? Graphic has no problem saying that he's just passionate and that he loves the Raiders to an extent. He loves the Raiders to a detriment. And that when he feel a certain way, he going to say it, he going to stand on it. But if that feeling ends up being incorrect, he'll also let you know that. He'll let you know that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be mad at Graphic. Graphic be wrong a lot, but he admit that he's wrong. And I'm going to run down on Graphic. Graphic, if you see this, because I know you about to do your coffee and combo and eat your crumb cakes or whatever the hell you do over there. All right? Listen, you going to be in Jersey. I'm running down on you, son. Yeah, tell Shield more. Yeah, I'm out there. What y'all, Lake Como? Man, we don't even call it that out here in Jersey. We call it something else. But you going to be down there in Lake Como? Yeah. That's a little 45, 50-minute ride from where I'm at, but I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be down there, man. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. But yeah, that's my little vent session from yesterday. That's my little vent session from yesterday. Because my Twitter, all I seen was people crying. What is this? What is that? Who are these people? We need to get him out of Vegas ASAP. And then it's like, so at the end of the game, you shouldn't say shit then. You shouldn't say nothing. Do you want to draft a QB? Yes, I want Shedeur Sanders. Yes. It's time for the Raiders to have a black quarterback. A real black quarterback, not Jason Campbell. He was black, but he was like Drake black. I love to see Graf, Wasted, and Honcho. We out here. They can't keep coming to my state like this. You know what I'm saying? I am Jersey. You want Cam Ward? See, Cam Ward, I don't know, man. Cam Ward, I'm not sold on that yet. I like Shedeur because I feel like Shedeur is a professional athlete playing college football. I just feel like he's a professional. Like that's why it looks weird sometimes, because he's a professional athlete playing with kids. And he's thinking things that they just can't think yet, so they're going to be off sometimes. Aaron Brooks? Nah, man, I ain't saying Aaron Brooks. I ain't talking about him. Stop letting the Raiders get away with putting out bad teams. I mean, look, it is what it is. Doesn't Waste live in Jersey, so that, man, I don't give it. Look, listen. Actually, Wasted might be from out there in Newark. He might be out there. I don't know where Hammer live at. Hammer live around, I don't know. But I feel like when I watch his lives, I hear a lot of birds chirping and shit. So, you know. But I'm going to be out there, man. Don't worry about that. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to run down. I met Hammer before, though. I met Hammer at a Giants game. He had that big-ass WWE belt. I was like, damn, you going to carry that shit the whole game? That shit look heavy. Yeah, Hammer live in the Bronx now. He didn't live. No, he was living in Jersey. I know he was living in Jersey because he hit me up. I know he was living in Jersey. Make sure you hit them likes, man. We got 415 people in here, only 170 likes, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't like this shit? Come on, man. What was I about to say though? But yeah, that was all. That was my rant from that. I was holding on to that from yesterday because I wanted to get on Twitter and say it, but Twitter is so damn toxic. It's like people say the craziest things on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? They be saying crazy stuff on Twitter. Wasted reminded me of a Wu-Tang content creator. He's saying big ass words. Yeah. You know what I mean? Wasted's Inspector Deck. You know what I'm saying? Inspector Deck, man. But nah, man, I got love for all of them, man. I know that y'all don't know me, so y'all don't know that I'm joking. But yeah, I hope to run into Graf, Wasted and Hammer and them down there. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? If I could make that happen. But you know, I got kids. They got flag football on Sunday, so we don't know how that's gonna work. But I'm trying to run down on them, yo. For real. I gotta see what's up. Why you got a towel on your head? Cause I'm a freaking goon, man. That's why. I'm a goon. The thing about it is I don't think the Raiders are gonna have a top 3 pick. So I don't think they're gonna get like the boy from Texas and all that. I don't think so. I think Shedeur will still be there at like 5, in my opinion. Yeah, all right, Mario. You've been saying Cam Ward for a couple years now. I can't lie to you. You've been saying it. You've been saying it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, that Raiders defense, that Raiders defense, that Raiders defense is hard to figure out. Because I want to feel like that Raiders defense is really, really good. But that secondary scares me, man. I don't know why. That secondary scares me. Because I think the Raiders are really good against the run right now, which is hard to believe because I thought the Raiders would be good against the run, although we haven't played an actual good running back yet, in my opinion. I mean, Derrick Henry, I feel like they should have gave him the ball more. But I know it always sounds like I'm trying to discredit the Raiders when they do something positive or do something well. That's not the case. I just feel like I'd rather spend more time on the things that worry me than spend time on the things that make me, that are positive, because it's like the positive stuff should be there. Like, the positive stuff should be there. So the things that are negative are the things we have to correct. That's why I spend more time on it. So it's not that I wanted people to think that I have this, super negative mindset towards the Raiders. It's not that at all. It's just that we need to spend more time discussing it, because that's the stuff that's going to keep us from getting to where we want to get to. You know what I'm saying? Honcho, our cornerback's looking up fan. Bennett looks like he's playing in phase. Yeah, that's not bad, but like, I'm not sold yet, man. I'm not sold because, like, you're playing against the Ravens and you played against the Chargers, man. I got to see it. Like, I got to really see it against some people that I'm like, okay, they can really get it done. You know what I'm saying? We need Trey Taylor, the rookie out there. What's funny is I remember I was doing that mock draft for Mitch, and I picked Trey Taylor, and then I changed my mind because I knew I was going to get cooked for picking a safety. I had, like, the last pick in the draft, or, like, the second to last pick. I don't know why. Y'all ain't funny, man. Y'all always give me that worst goddamn pick when we do them damn content creator drafts. Like, y'all just remembered I was here. Like, oh, you know what? We give Honcho the 8th pick. And it's like, who the hell I'm going to pick then? Who I'm going to pick in round 6, man? So I picked Trey Taylor, but then I was like, damn, nobody picked a lineman, and I felt like we needed a lineman. I was like, all right, man, I'm going to just pick this fat-ass motherfucker from wherever he was from just because. But I picked Trey Taylor and sent it to Mitch, and then I was like, never mind. I changed my mind. So I think it's funny that we got him. I think he's nice. Jason Campbell wasn't the last black quarterback for the Raiders. Okay, this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all think when I say black that I'm talking about complexion. I'm not. There's a difference between being African American. This is gonna be controversial. This is gonna be controversial. There's a difference in being African American and being black. All right. My real ones know this. All right. Carlton was African American. Will was black. Will was lighter. Carlton was darker. It's not the complexion. All right. Hey, yo, Dragon, appreciate the super. We Raiders fans struggle keeping our feet on the ground when our heads are in the clouds. Yeah, I guess I understand that. I get it. If you want to stay super positive after every single win and want to only talk about the great times and all of that stuff, that's cool. Don't come to my lives. Because when I watch games, I watch it from a perspective of what we got to do to get better. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying before I was cut off, appreciate the Superman. Look, you could be African American and you could be black, okay? Like, Jason Campbell, he's African American, all right? Michael Vick was black. There's a difference, all right? There's a difference, man. There is a difference. I'm telling you right now, Shador Sanders is black. When you run out there and put the rollie in people's face, yeah, you past African American, brother. You black. I'm telling you right now. You know what I mean? And baby black, that don't mean ghetto. That's a different thing too. You got African American, you got black, then you got hood, and then you got ghetto. Like hood and black kind of close. They close. You know what I'm saying? They close. But I'm just saying, you could be African American and then black is something else. When you say a black quarterback, we're not talking about African American quarterback. We're talking about black. All right? Like, it's different. We need Shador. I like Shador. You always have to look to improve, even when pros watch film. It's not to see what they did good, but to see what they can improve. That's exactly what I'm saying. When I watch film with our kids, when I watch film for the high school games, I tell them all the time, like, don't come in here and watch the game and celebrate your highlights. You can watch that shit on your own. When you come in here now, we got to look at what we need to do better because that's what we need to focus on. I don't care that you caught a 40-yard touchdown. Guess what? We put you there to catch the 40-yard touchdown. I need to watch the plays of why you didn't run a route on this play on the backside when you had a post. That's what I need to look at. Jalen Milrow, 2025, Classic Man Q. Appreciate the super, but hell no. Hell no. Trucker Mark, appreciate the super. We need to get better on O-line. We need to stop leaving wide receivers wide open. Yeah, you know, the secondary scares me because I feel like all right, this might be, I could be wrong. Outside of Nate Hobbs, I could be wrong. I feel like the Raiders secondary doesn't tackle all that well. So when you get a running back that gets to the second or third level, I feel like it's like, oh shit, let me hold my breath. As much as I love Trayvon Merrick is ready to like peel somebody's shit back sometimes. So like he might not break down all the time. But I mean, look, you're playing at 100,000 miles an hour, right? That's going to happen. But I'm just pointing out that that's what scares me. Honcho talking about being African American with towel on his head, looking like this. Yeah, the Pharaoh. You see on my arm? You see that? You know what I mean? Doesn't matter who the QB is as long as the O-line underperforms. Yeah, but the O-line will get better. Gardner Minshew is a solid QB in this league. He's below. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by solid. I don't know what you mean by solid. I think if you had, I think you would pick 15 quarterbacks before you get to Gardner Minshew. So I don't know what solid means, but Derek Carr was a good quarterback, and we said that was mediocre. So I don't know what your thought process is for solid. Well, I don't know what qualifies as solid. He's not a bum? Like, what's solid mean? I mean, I don't know. I think Minshew just needs to game manage, and we are good. I think Minshew is just playing like somebody who's not comfortable in the system yet. You can see it. He's not moving all that fast. When you play in the system and you're comfortable in it, you move fast. Like, look how, like, I hate to do this, but look how fast Derek Carr looks like he's moving in year 2 of an offense. And look how Gardner Minshew is moving year 1 of this offense. Like, he's moving very slow, meaning he's still thinking a lot. Like, he's still going through the progressions in his mind and all this other stuff that's taking a little long. He's moving very slow. He's a guy that could be running out of the pocket, making plays. Like, he could be doing a lot more with his legs, but he's kind of like, we call it paralysis by analysis, right? Like, he has so much information going on in his mind that he can't move. When he gets comfortable in that offense, he's gonna be good for us, or he'll be better for us. I still just don't think it's gonna be enough. But when you talk about that defense being as good as it is and it travels, you could beat anybody, man. When your defense is playing that well, you can beat anybody. I will admit that. What do you think about Carson Beck? I don't think anything of Carson Beck, to be honest with you. Now, if that question had $1.99 attached to it, I might give you more in-depth synopsis on it. But right now, I don't think nothing of Carson Beck. Minshew is trying not to turn the ball over. Yeah. And you know what? That's what I like. That's one thing I will say. If I'm going to spend time on some stuff, I do want to spend time on the leadership from Max Crosby. When Minshew threw that interception, that was one of the worst interceptions I ever seen. Because I still am trying to figure out who he was throwing it to. Like, you know the memes where it's like the dude thinking there's all his numbers and letters going across? That's what my mind was doing when I'm looking at where he's throwing and I'm looking at what else is around there. And I'm like, I just don't know what he was doing. But Max, being the leader that he is, went over, had a conversation and said, look, I know you're not that good, but you're better than that. That's what Max said to him. He shook his head and said, listen, we know the cameras is on us, so I'm going to smile and look like I'm saying some positive shit. But I'm letting you know right now, I know you ass, I know you're not that good, but you got to be better than that. All right? Now, let me go on the field and show you how this shit is done. That's what he said to him. He just underthrew the receiver. There was no receiver there. Oh, shit, here we go. We got the Romans 10:9 Bible verses in here. I don't know. Minshew was better at the hurry up. He wasn't thinking. Now you see what I'm saying, right? Like, it makes sense. Like, when you're thinking too much, trust me, albeit it was only in high school, I played quarterback. It's not as easy as it looks, which is why I always gave Derek Carr a pass on certain things, because I know, like, it's just not that easy. It's not that easy, man. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Bro preaching in the comments. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing negative about that because, you know, listen now. You know, I ain't messing with that. That receiver was at least 10 yards off the throw. That's what I mean. Like, that was just terrible. Arch, man. Arch is nice. But wait, nigga, I want Shador, man. I want Shador, man. Remember last year when everybody was like, you want cousins? I said, no, I don't want no cousins. I want a brother. I don't want cousins. I want brothers. I want Shador, man. I want Shador. In Vegas, Shador will thrive, man. You build your offensive line. You get better with your scheme. You put Shador in there. By year 3 of Shador, yo, I'm telling you right now, Shador can make every single throw. Trucker Mark, do you think we might have one more loss before KC? One more loss before KC? Yeah. Yes. I think we're gonna have a hard. I think we're gonna struggle versus the Browns. I'm saying we can't win. Shador can't even thrive in Colorado, but that's what I'm saying, Roy. Like you're asking him to thrive around people that are not as good as him, playing against people that are as good as him. Like, think about that, right? Like, he's not playing with guys that like, if you took. You mean to tell me if whoever the damn Georgia quarterback is now and took him off that team and put Shador there, you think they get worse? What are we talking about? Shador is not playing with an offensive line that is on a high caliber D1 level. They are not. DeMarcus. Honcho wants to see the streets dark again at QB like Corrupt said. I'm just saying, man. It's time. This is the change that y'all been wanting to see. Who the hell is just walking up on my feet? Hangry, appreciate it, super. I'm faded. You got to be faded. If you just paid to say that shit, you could have said that for free. But we don't do no refunds. Should we trade for a tackle? I don't know, man. I don't like to do the shoulds. Like, should they do this? Should they do that? No, the Raiders should just get better. It doesn't have to be week 2. You're not gonna lose the Super Bowl in week 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's break the season into quarters, right? This is the first quarter of the season. Let's see how it finishes. Then we'll go to the second quarter. You know what I mean? Yeah, son spent $2 to say that. I ain't mad though, because I need them chips, man. I need them chips right now. I'm in the process of trying to move out the hood, man. I'm trying to move up to, you know, I gotta get up out of here, man. Do you think taking Shador means taking Prime and all of the distractions? No, first of all, let's be frank about this. Let's not forget that a few years ago when I tried to tell you what the Raiders needed as a coach, I wanted Prime. I think Prime would be perfect for, could you take somebody like, all right, I like Prime, but to answer your question, because sometimes I'd be rambling, I'd be forgetting what people ask. To answer your question, no, I don't think us getting Shador means we have to get Dion. No. I don't think Dion wants to deal with coaching grown men that get paid more than him. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he's really in it to kind of, you know, structure, facilitate the youth and, like, you know, young men and trying to get them out of bad situations and get them opportunities. I think he really believes in it. I think he's really about that. So, no, I don't think we get him. I don't think we get him. I think Shador, to me, is just, Shador has the type of ego that it takes to be really good. Because when you have that type of ego, you work harder than everybody else. When you have that type of pressure and that type of mentality, you work harder than everybody because you don't want to look stupid. You don't want to be proven wrong. I feel like it's like the Floyd Mayweather effect. Like, when you talk as much shit as Floyd Mayweather does and do as much gloating and celebrating, like, you probably practice and train way harder than everybody else because you're the last person that you want, like, for somebody to be like, I told you so. I told you he wasn't that good. I told you he wasn't all that. And I feel like Shador has that same mentality, man. He's been working with Tom Brady since he was like 14. Like, you think he's not going to come in the league and get the best training and watch the most film and be out there making the throws and trying to build chemistry? Like, you had a daddy that played in the pros. You're damn near a pro. You're playing with Travis Hunter, who's going to be a pro. Like, you've been around professional vibes your entire life. I think the pros is where he needs to be. Now, I ain't say Cam Ward ain't black. Cam Ward checks off both black boxes because he's black and black. And only my real ones understand all this conversation. Somebody asked me something that I wanted to say. I want to see. All right, bro, I'm out. I have a big exam. Okay. All right, just left, man. Yo, good luck, man. You probably left already. My bad, man. But good luck on that exam. You know what I'm saying? And if you fail, don't worry. You can always just get on YouTube and be a content creator. But good luck, yo. Yo, we got 440 people in here, 240 likes. I promise you, the other 200 people that's not liking it, they're spies, man. They're ops. Prove that you're not an op. Like the damn video. He's black and black. Yes. Cam Ward is black and black. I'm gonna have to show y'all. I'm gonna have to print out this. I'm gonna have to send y'all the PDFs of the qualifications of how this breaks down. Cause y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. I do feel we need to shift some people around. Maybe Pete at guard. Oh, you need to talk to Sanjeet. Sanjeet he be talking about the big boys. He be talking about the biggins. You know what I'm saying? We miss your content, bro. Pause. Yo, shoe addict. Yo, listen. Look. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I was off YouTube for like 2 months. That's what life do to you, man. Like life will have you think it only been 2 months. I look back, that shit was like 16 months. I was like, yo, ain't no way I've been going this long. Shador is Bronny James. No, he's not. How can he be Bronny James? Bronny James was not successful at all in college. What are you talking about? And I would say it's probably harder to be successful in D1 football than it is to be D1 basketball. Because basketball is basketball. Football is like, nah, it's a little different because you gotta maneuver around schemes and all that kind of shit. Like, no, he's not Bronny James. He's already more successful as a college athlete than Bronny James ever was or ever could be. He ain't as good as you think. College is different. I think he'd be better in the pros. Give Shador a professional offensive line. Like, he's throwing to people we never heard of outside of Travis Hunter. Like, who are these other guys that he's throwing 3 touchdowns to a game? Like, what are we talking about? Did you go to game, Honcho? No, I don't go to games no more because I've never seen the Raiders win a game in person. I've never seen the Raiders win a game in person. You know what I mean? I gotta go to the gas station. I'm about to run out of gas. Bro, you don't go to games? I've been to 7 games. We're 0-7 with me in the building. I would probably guess you would not want me to go. Like, you know how hard it is for me to go to the games and we don't win ever? Like, I've never seen the Raiders win a game in person. What? But who said Terrell Pryor? Y'all don't really watch y'all don't really be watching this shit, man. Y'all don't really be watching. Y'all don't watch the throws he make. So you have to pull up to a game, bro. Maybe when we get really good and then I know we're going to win. The Panthers game would have been a good game to pull up to because I feel like we're going to win. And driving down there is on... Wait, is that home? Are they playing Panthers in Vegas? No, don't go. Only preseason games. I ain't going to no damn preseason game. I'm betting motherfuckers in preseason. I ain't, but I'm just saying, like, I ain't paying to watch them. I ain't paying to travel to watch them. Man, what? I live in New Jersey, man. We got some of the best high school football teams in the world. Like, I ain't, what? Preseason? Man, hell no. Sanders is a great player, but he's going to need time to grow. But what's wrong with that? What's wrong? Oh, the Panthers playing at Allegiant? All right. Well, it don't matter because that game, I'm running down at Lake Como. I'm running down. You know what's so funny is, like, the bar. I think the bar that Shieldmore is going to, it's called Bar A, but they be calling it by its formal name, Bar Anticipation. That's so funny to me. Like, nobody in Jersey calls it that. Like, we call it Bar A. So that's why it threw me off. I'm like, damn, where they? Lake Como? I never even heard of Lake Como. I've been to Bar A. I'd never heard it was called Lake Como. So that's they acting like some real tourists right now, calling it Bar Anticipation in Lake Como. If you say Lake Como too fast, it sounds funny. But yeah, man, we already have 50 minutes, man. I only got about 10 more minutes on here, man. Let's get some questions in, man. Let me answer some questions. Somebody asked me about my football team, how we did the other night. We won. We 3-0 right now. We're giving up 9 points a game. We had a tough game though. We was playing Michael Vick in his prime the other night. We gave up 3 touchdowns, man, and it was nothing we could even do. I was glad to get out of there. We only gave up 22 points on defense. I was glad to get out of there. Every time he got the ball, there's nothing worse than playing an athletic quarterback because he get the ball every play. And boy, was he running all over the damn field. I thought I was going to have to tackle in one play. But yeah, man, we held him to 91 rushing yards, 109 passing yards. So it wasn't crazy, but they made some big plays. But yeah, we 3-0. Your season record prediction for the Raiders? I think the Raiders are. I think the Raiders are 7-10, 8-9 team. If our defense is good, but if that secondary doesn't get a little better, man, we're gonna struggle against teams that really wanna. A team that has a good offensive line that's gonna get Max Crosby up out of there and give the quarterback time to throw. I think they'll pick apart our secondary. Right now, that don't mean it's gonna be like that in 4 weeks. I still think we're a 6-win team. I mean, Diablo. I told y'all we wouldn't get nothing for Diablo. We wouldn't get nothing for Diablo. I think people will give us. I think a team will give us money to keep Diablo. Like, we'll pay you to just keep him because as long as you have him, it's better for us because he can't tackle. Honcho Brock Bowers, what do you think in the season? I don't know, man. I don't know. He's gonna shit. I don't know, man. He's 80 catches, 80 plus catches. He's a problem. Frosty, appreciate the super. Yo, Honch, when do we move on from Diablo and who takes his place? I don't think you're in a position to move on from Diablo yet because you need depth at that position to move on. Like, and linebackers are not easily found. And the defense that the Raiders run, you need to have a linebacker that can go sideline to sideline. Now, with that being said, Diablo he doesn't tackle great, but he can get sideline. He can get hash to sideline. Not sideline to sideline, I'm sorry. Hash to sideline, you got to be able to do that. And he can play in coverage. He can play in the flats. So it is a reason why he's out there. I would say that much. There is a reason why he's out there. But he just needs to get better. That's all. Like, in my opinion, he just needs to get better. How you like that win, Honcho? I like the win. I don't know why people was coming at me about, oh, we won. Now what you got to say? Bitch, I was rooting for us to win too. I just happened to see Derek Carr cooking and was like, I try to tell y'all. Imagine this defense with that quarterback. With Devontae. How young are you? Ken, I'm not young at all. When you talk about me, you don't use young. It's how old are you? I'm old as hell, man. I'm old as hell. Cowboys got cooked. I hate the Cowboys. You know, when the Saints play the Raiders, man, that's going to be... That's going to be great. I mean, Derek Carr with this defense, I think, is a Super Bowl team. With Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, because Derek Carr never really had a good offensive line. Derek Carr never had a consistent running game. So, like, to me, even though you have Zeus, I think you get Derek Carr, give him a running back who can catch out of the backfield, like we have right now, right? You give him Devontae, you give him Bowers, you give him Jacoby. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Never had a consistent coach or playbook. That's what I mean. Like, it's just, it's crazy. The only thing I don't like about the AP situation over here with him coaching is, like, I feel like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, it seems like everybody on the sidelines are head coach. That's what it look. They just look like head coaches to me. Why everybody got a headset on? You don't need no headset. You ain't calling shit. Elijah, appreciate the super, was at the game yesterday. We had them fans quiet and Raider Nation showed out. That's what's up, man. Salute to you for going to the game. I had an opportunity to go to the game. Where I work at, somebody is a Ravens fan, and he had some tickets. And he offered me for the ticket, but he wasn't offering for free. So once he said that he tried to sell them, you can keep them. I watch this shit for free on TV and sit mad close to the screen so it look like I'm like on the sideline. That's what I do. I sit mad close to the screen. I be damn near in the game. I be juking and shit. Carr would struggle with this O-line. I don't think so. I think he would get the ball out so fast. If you try to blitz him, he would just get the ball out fast. And if you don't blitz him, he'll just pick you apart anyway. He just played against Dallas, who was supposed to have a top 5 defense. Micah Parsons, all that. He shredded them. What your go-to meal for the games? I don't know, man. I don't eat that much. It's expensive to eat around here in Jersey. I don't know. I be whatever I find, I eat. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's cheap. Yesterday I had some wings, but I got a 10-piece and I only ate 4. It had too much sauce on it. They was leaping lizard wings, so those was like sweet chili Thai. Those are my favorites. I was at the Raiders Colts game in 2016 on Xmas Eve. Oh. You know, my kids bought me a football jersey for Christmas, and they gave it to me on Christmas Eve so I could wear it during that game. They got whoopings that day. They got whoopings. You always get the sauce on the side. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad point, but like they don't need to drench that shit in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I just want the wings. Like, I'm not as like if you get wings, the sauce should be a compliment. I'm not buying a bucket of sauce and the wings is the compliment. Like, no. All right, what I got here? I got 4 minutes, man. Come on. Get some questions in. Send some bread, too. So I can start doing lives from a studio. It's like, I'm just joking, man. I'm at the studio now. I mean, that's my green screen. It looked like a car. DoorDash and get little Honcho, that premium hamburger. Man, yo, those was the days, man. Them was the days, yo, when Lil Honcho was little. He ain't little no more. That boy about to be 14. He be trying to swing on me and shit now. I mean, come on, man. I be wanting to beat him up, but he our only hope of going to college in his family. So, you know what I mean? Then you got my daughter's younger, so she'll have some time to get there. But he trying to go on full ride scholarship, man. He don't, that's the only chance he got. All right? Like, if he don't get a scholarship, he working at Midas, all right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it's a far cry from D1 basketball. If he don't get a scholarship, he going to be at Midas, okay? He going to be tuning up shit. Watch me have somebody from here like, motherfucker, I work at Midas. They got a good damn insurance plan. That's great. He going to be driving soon like my son. Better save that insurance money, bro. Listen, man, I don't want to think about that. I already took him driving. I'm one of them parents. I already let him drive the car. Shit. I let him drive already right now. He can't see shit, but hey, man, whatever. You got to learn. Don't bring on another defensive head coach to improve defense until after Derek Carr is gone. Now balling with the Saints, yeah, it's going to be a problem. Lil Honcho getting his Debo on, taking change. He tried. He be trying, man. Lil Honcho don't want to be yet producer no more. You know what he said is mad funny. He brought that up the other day. I asked him if he wanted to still rock. He was like, yo, they would say to be super chats for me and you never gave me the money. You damn right I didn't give you no damn money. Nah, he don't want to be the producer no more, man. He out. He quit, man. He quit. Bennett showed good coverage. I thought Bennett played well. I thought he played well. But yeah, Lil Honcho, he out of there, man. He quit. He was like, I'm done with this shit. They sending super chats that say my name on them. You ain't even sending them to me. I was like, you ain't wrong. Raiders let Jacobs go. Biggest mistake. Raiders letting Jacobs go wasn't the biggest mistake in franchise history. The biggest mistake in franchise history was trading John Gruden to the damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers the year after he did what he did, and then we had to play him in the Super Bowl and got cooked. That was the biggest mistake in Raiders history. Second biggest mistake in Raiders history was cutting Derek Carr. It is what it is. He pulled a Big Red on his son. Yo, only real ones know about Big Red. I remember when he told you I ain't your maid, and you told Lil Honcho, I know I ain't your maid, but I'll bust your ass. Yeah, that's how it go. That's how we still talk. I said something to him the other day. He gonna tell me, ain't nobody worried about you. What you gonna do? I was like, oh shit, hold on now. Mind you, he only about 5'3", 106 pounds. Like, he be talking crazy. The Saints are happy. But look, the Saints ain't no better than us because the Saints fans was crying last year. They wanted to get rid of Derek Carr, right? Derek Carr in his second year in the system is always going to be lights out, man. And I knew he was going to be good this year when he did that interview with John Gruden. He was like, Gru, I really got after it this offseason. When he said that, I really got after it. When those kind of people say they really got after it, they was on different type of time. They was on different type of time. Drafting Jamarcus Russell was worse than trading Carr. Yeah, but that's only after the fact. That's only after the fact. But the mistakes I was talking about were bad when they did them. I'm going to just say this right now. They showed a stat yesterday that said Derek Carr in the last 7 games is the #1 quarterback in the NFL in like 3 different stats. So, I mean, you could say they started off hot last year, like they ended hot last year. And they're starting off hot this year. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think and another mistake, a bigger mistake than letting go of Josh Jacobs was letting go of Bisaccia. Trading John Gruden, cutting Derek Carr, getting rid of Bisaccia, hiring McDaniels. Those are terrible decisions that the Raiders made. Terrible. 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 All right, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Still 360 people in here, and somehow we only got 300 likes, man. You know what, man? I'm about to crash out. Offense is trash, and defense can get torched by good teams. Yes. I don't think the offense is trash. I think that you're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. You spent all summer where every play works because you're going against your defense. You can't hit the quarterback. You're not hitting Devontae. You're probably tagging him on the hip. So every play in the summer works. I think now that you're in the season, what you're working with is like finding out what really works and what really doesn't. So Matt Barnes really fell off. My brother used to say I look like Matt Barnes. And then I slapped him one time. Bruh, quit underestimating our team. We are good talent-wise. Who's he talking to? Who's Baby Brock talking to? Who's underestimating our team? The crazy part is the people that say stuff like that, like stop underestimating our team, probably thought we were going to lose yesterday. Yeah, so Derek Carr is #1 in quarterback completion percentage, touchdowns, and QBR over the last like 7 games. So it ain't about how they started last year. I mean, if Derek Carr didn't get hurt last year like 3 times and put out the games, who knows what he would have did. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean the Raiders shouldn't have moved on from Derek Carr. I just think the way they did it was asinine. It just didn't make any sense to get rid of him the way you did. Like, you should just let him finish playing and then do what you had to do. Like, that's all. I'm not saying the Raiders. Derek Carr. Shut up, y'all. Sorry. Come to death row. That's all. It's not. Do I think they did Derek Carr dirty? Yes, but that wasn't my problem with it. The problem with it was the way they did it. We got nothing for him. That just makes no sense as an organization to have a quarterback who's a top 15 player in the NFL and you get 0 for him. Not a draft pick, not a player, not any money, not no compensation. You got nothing. Nothing. That's all. And people that tell me I'm not a real Raiders fan because I wear a Derek Carr jersey, let me ask you this right now. How many games did we win when Derek Carr's last season? I don't know. How many did we win Derek Carr's last season? I don't know. How many games did we win last year? Okay. So back-to-back years, we've had losing seasons. Right? Went 8. Okay. So we won 8 games last year. How many won with Derek Carr? We went 6-10 with DC. Okay, so 6-10. We won 8 last year. So we've had losing seasons the last 2 years. Right? This year, the Raiders don't seem to be very good, right? They might win 8 games, right? So they might be under 500. Okay, so now let's say the next 6-7 years, the Raiders are under 500 team. And Max Crosby is my favorite player on a team that's been under 500 for the last 6 or 7 years. And then they go cut him, and he now goes to the Buccaneers. Am I any less of a fan because I still wear a Max Crosby jersey? Because he got cut from the Raiders and went to another team? And he was here when we sucked, so I don't understand. I don't understand. Raiders Unleashed, you better chill with that shit. Like, that's my only question is, like, I don't know. Like, if Derek Carr is my favorite player and he played on my favorite team for 14 years, how could you expect me not to wear the Derek Carr jersey just because he's on another team? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's a Raiders jersey. Come on, man. What kind of real Raiders fan throws away a Raiders jersey? Unless it's the Marcus Russell, Jamarcus Russell, DeMarcus Cousins, Jamarcus Russell. They play football the same. I don't care, man. I'm not a fake Raider fan. He called you Wi-Fi. I know Wi-Fi. I know who Wi-Fi is. Wi-Fi. I didn't like Wi-Fi ever since he did that little skit with the do-rag on and shit in the grills. I ain't like that shit. I don't know. It made me feel kind of weird, yo. I ain't like that shit. So, like, I don't have any issues with Wi-Fi. I just didn't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't like that shit, yo. With the grills and the do-rag, and he was changing his voice to sound like, a little more blackish. I didn't like that shit. That's all. Anything else, I don't know nothing else he did because he blocked me on everything. I never said nothing wrong with him, but... you know what I'm saying? I never violated him whatsoever, so I don't know why he blocked me on everything. But, I mean, I would block me too, because I be saying shit that's mad smart and mad intelligent. And if I was dumb, I would block me too, because I wouldn't want to see somebody being smarter than me 24/7. Wi-Fi is doing his thing. No hate other content creators. Baby Brock, I just told you what I didn't like about Wi-Fi. What's up, Honcho? Captain. I don't know what that shit say. What's up, man? I got the Card jersey too. King, yeah, what's up, man? You got it? Come on, man. Lil Honcho gonna need to play football. Yeah, it's stupid how we did 6'8", but McDaniel was coach both years. Yeah, crazy. Lil Honcho, I don't think he gonna play football. I asked him yesterday. He said nah. He said he not gonna play. He a little pretty boy. He a basketball player, man. We be taking him all kind of showcases and shit. He be turning up, yo. He nice. I ain't gonna lie, he nice. He just little. If he grow, he be fine. Nah, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm not. Honcho, I send mine from Oakland. I don't know. What you mean you send yours? What you sent? I ain't see no money. I ain't see no super chat. What you sent? Give regards? What's up, man? Mexican and black. Listen, man. Listen. Yo! Mexican and black. Ray got to restock them hats. All right, man. Look. Black Sunday. I got you. We go. I'm gonna hit Raid up after this. I'm gonna hit. What time? Goddamn, I gotta go to work. I'm gonna hit Raid up after this. I'm lying. I ain't gonna go to work. Honcho bring the waves back. Yo, remember I had waves? Yo, I done had braids. I done had waves. Now I got the low cut fade. Wi-Fi blocks everybody. I mean, it's just ironic that his name is Wi-Fi and you can't get in contact with him because there's no connection. It's kind of funny. Honcho might be Dominican. Yeah, y'all so funny, man. Happy Mexican Independence Day. Yo! Wait. Panthers, Browns, Denver. We go 3-0. I think the Browns going to be a tough game. I think the Browns defense is better than they looked against Dallas, and I think Watson is starting to play a little better. So, Honcho is Haitian. That's absurd. I love Haitians, though. No disrespect to the Haitians or the Creoles. I need one of those Raider Honcho teams. I'm bringing my shit back, man. I'm bringing everything back. It's just been a struggle for me to get back on live, yo, and get back on like, YouTube. Because, like, I deal with a lot of, like, anxiety and shit. So, like, sometimes I be telling myself, like, yo, I'm going to go live. And then I be like, maybe tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into 8 months. And it's like, damn, that's what it is. Yo, Honcho, salute from Germany. Oh, yo, hey. Wie heißt du? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ich auf die Toilette gehen. That's all I used to say in German class. Bitte? Ich auf die Toilette gehen, bitte? I think I used to say that shit all the time. And the towel not gray, man. It's black. It's just not as black as my tank top because, it probably washed it a few times. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you cultured. Yeah, sehr gut. Yeah. Yes, sir. Police. Yo, y'all so crazy. Cleveland Farrell